Hey everybody!
Good morning.
I'm Rami.
And I'm Monica.
My beautiful wife, and the one that's sleeping in the back is Zion. We are Original Intent Life Coaching. We help Christians heal their hearts and relationships so they can thrive in what God's called them to. If that's you, if that's something that you would like, reach out to us. We have the Eden Intensive, which is where the community where we mentor Christians. So reach out to us if you're interested in that. This is what we're going to be talking about today.
So, in a nutshell, does your freedom, your healing, depend on your belief? So,
this is actually a real theological question. See, it's a device. It's a place where the church is divided, and what I keep seeing in the Bible is that our like Jesus came to save the lost. He came for the sick, the brokenhearted. He didn't come for the healthy. And I don't know. I think it's really interesting that there's a whole part of the church that hinges our ability to be healed, our ability to live victoriously on us being able to accomplish it.
Yeah, and that can look even beyond belief. It can look like if I just have enough self-discipline, or if I just take my thoughts captive, and ultimately it's self-righteousness.
Yeah, the Bible says you have to have a faith of a mustard seed, and you've probably heard this before, but a mustard seed is really small. So your ability to be a thriving, amazing Christian doesn't hinge on you. It hinges on God. See, Jesus came to die for you today, yesterday, and forevermore. Our belief, our faith, the essence of who we are hinges on what Jesus did and is doing and has done, not what we are able to do. So when I feel that this is something that I've been feeling a lot, is that we put so much pressure on ourselves and on having that miracle, and why isn't this happening? Am I being punished? Am I
not having enough faith?
Am I not having enough faith? But guys, is that really the gospel? The Bible says that he came to lift the heavy burdens. And who did he say was adding heavy burdens? It actually wasn't the disciple. It wasn't Jesus. It was the Pharisees and the Sadducees. That a lot of them followed Jesus in the end, but the ones that he spoke badly about were the ones who added heavy burdens, who made it about your ability to be righteous and be able to get it done. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's really liberating when you come to the place where you can surrender, because ultimately we both have gone through this process of asking this question, am I not seeing this breakthrough because I'm not having enough faith, or because I'm doing something wrong, or whatever that might be. And we have had to really wrestle with that
through real hardship, guys.
And what we found, and through a long process and through really crazy stuff that we've gone through, is that actually whenever we're in that place of I just need to believe more, I just need to get my thoughts right, I just need to declare truth, just on a physical level, that's actually an anxiety response, and nothing good is going to come from an anxiety response.
Right. They say, the Bible says, fear is not from the Lord. Think about that. What kind of even spiritual response are you having that is actually driven by fear, driven by guilt? Because these are not things that God uses. So if you have experienced this question of am I doing enough? like you've had a problem and you've thought like, oh man, should I be praying more? Should I be? And someone tells you, oh, you just have to have more faith. You just have to believe more and you'll be healed. Like, have you had that happen to you? Because I'm so sorry for you guys if you have. Like, that happens so much in the church.
And it's really painful.
And we love the church, We're
church.
Committed to our local church.
We have even done that. We have been there ourselves, and through our own process, we have released that, we've surrendered that, and we've come to see, and this is what we teach our clients, is that we actually have needs. And a lot of times when we're in that place of like, oh, I just need to have faith, or I just need to declare the right things, or get my words right, my thoughts right, or have enough self-discipline, like ultimately we're dismissing our needs. We're dismissing dismissing ourselves in our process whenever there's actually like the fact that there's an issue. You can step back and connect with yourself and really uncover and discover certain unresolved pain or unmet needs that you may have, and from there, like meeting those needs, like that's faith. I think sometimes that we think of faith like we associate it with this striving dismissal of ourself, and we don't do it consciously. It's definitely subconscious.
Yeah. And God can give us like, you know, a prophetic act or something that he asks us to do, like read the Bible every day, whatever it is, but it won't have striving or fear attached to it. It will have love attached to it. So think about,
or stress.
It shouldn't have stress. Like, it will have love and peace attached to it. When God speaks something that in your season to do. We were just talking with one of our clients recently, and she was saying that, do you want to explain that? And it was really good, Jackie.
Yeah, I don't know what you're.
I'm trying to remember, but basically God had said something to her, and that like it was something that.
Sorry, Kurt, that's funny.
That's awesome. Something that you know, like we could think like so basically here's the thing. You maybe have never heard this before. You got to tell me if you've heard this before, because Moses went up onto the mountain to have an encounter with Jesus, right? To have an encounter with God. Well, wait a second. Okay, we're back. So Moses went up on the mountain to encounter God, and I think we don't realize this, but initially God invited every single person to encounter him, right? Every single person was invited for that. But what happened to the Israelites? Tell me. What happened to the Israelites? They were afraid. They were afraid that they would die if they saw the face of God, and so they said, Moses, you go. And so God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, not as a first plan, but because they wouldn't come to the mountain for encounter. We are made for encounter with Jesus. Relationship. And so often we like standardize something like and make it like everyone needs to do this. And this is what the Jews did, and that Jesus was not for. They tried to make it so simple because they were out of fear and striving. They wanted to be righteous, and it was like, what did Jesus say? It's like whitewashed tombs. They're clean on the outside, but on the inside, full of death. But just to tie this up, do you have anything?
I did.
I kind of went on a rabbit trail a little bit.
I forgot a little bit of what I was gonna say. Thank you, Sharon. That's so sweet.
She really does.
We dive into questions like these, help you walk through these real legitimate questions. I remember what I was gonna say now.
Yeah.
So we make the standard ourselves. We make the standard of faith like ourselves and our ability, but really common chapter in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13. The standard is actually love. Paul wrote, like, if I have faith to move a mountain, but I don't have love, I'm nothing. You know, so we can have all of the faith in the world to cast out, like, diseases, but ultimately it's like, or pain or whatever it is, ultimately it's like, did you learn to love?
Did you learn to love? Yeah, and that's the power. Every miracle boils down to love. If it's leading you towards love, it's the Lord. It's like from the Lord. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah, and sometimes we distort the definition of love, and it becomes like something more legalistic.
Yeah, so
but,
he said, you're not a servant.
Yeah.
You're a friend.
Yeah, you're a friend. And you have, like, just to go back to what we were saying earlier, you have real needs that need to be met. And, like, in love, like, if you're going through something, like, it's not about, like, what you are or aren't doing. It's like, step back and ask, like, okay, what, like, is there pain attached here, or what's going on? And, like, ask your heart, even, like, am I needing something that I'm not getting?
Yeah, because it's not always like this big elusive spiritual battle. Sometimes the spiritual battle is in healing what happened in the past, the hurt and pain, and like,
it's in comfort.
It's in comfort. Yeah, Jesus died so he could send the comforter and counselor. Have you guys ever heard this? Is this kind of resonating with you guys? I know I went on a little bit of a rant, but do you have any examples of how this kind of works?
Yeah, so I will give an example from my own life. I had actually the whole culture of, like, just take your thoughts captive, just have faith, just renew your mind, all of that actually caused personally a lot of trauma for me. Anxiety for me. It actually created GAD in my life, which is generalized anxiety disorder, which turned into postpartum anxiety. And I had to come to the place where it was like, when I had postpartum anxiety, my body had shut down in a level where, like, I couldn't keep doing the same thing. Like I had no capacity to keep contending and declaring and worshiping, like, just emotionally. I was so bankrupt that I had to learn. Oh, did we miss our turn?
Yeah, we missed our turn.
That I had to learn a new way of doing things, and I came to discover that it wasn't my thoughts. I didn't need to renew my thoughts. I didn't need to renounce things in my life. I didn't need to do any of that. What I really needed was comfort. What I really needed was love.
Yeah.
And all that I had been doing, the cycle of, like, declaring and renewing my mind and all of that, actually was doing the opposite of creating safety in my life. And you need safety in order to heal. You need to feel secure. You need to feel safe. And so I was spinning out because I was like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, but it's not working. And then finally, whenever I leaned into the comfort, surrendered into the love, into the comfort, and let go of trying to declare more or renew my mind, I, like, completely let go of it. Like, that's when I saw healing. That's when I saw freedom.
Yeah, and somehow there's become this theology of if I can just do this one thing or these 10 things better, then I'll get a healing. But what did Jesus come to the cross to do? Did he come to defeat death and sin forever, from past, present, future? Or did he come so that we could try harder and just use his cross to heal other people and heal ourselves? Did he come so that we could try harder, or did he come once and for all and defeat death and sin? And this is the thing, you know, I think as human beings, we try to take control over and over again. Guys, we need to hang on to Jesus desperately. We are the people that he came for.
And hanging on to Jesus doesn't, like, sometimes it looks like being really weak and being really honest.
It feels
and
like
really
letting go.
It feels scary, like letting go. It's not like having it all together.
It's called
believing.
surrender.
It's called surrender and leaning in. I love. I think it's in Song of Solomon whenever it talks about coming out of the wilderness, leaning on her beloved, and that's what it is.
It's such a relief, you know. It's such a relief to experience that kind of freedom. And if this is something that's resonating with you, we actually have the Eden Intensive where we go in depth. We teach specific tools and things that you can actually take away and that will change your life forever. Actually, that
Will
that you can
facilitate freedom and healing.
Yeah, things like this that will practically change your life when you're in pain, struggling. So we're gonna put our link below for the Eden Intensive, and also feel free to connect with us in the PM personal message.
Yeah, if you have any questions, we would love to hop on a call with you. We could answer any questions that you have about the Eden Intensive, or how we serve our clients, or what we help our clients do. And we would love to connect. It is really an amazing journey. We love getting to see our clients' demeanor shift and have realizations that like oh, you know, I've actually been really hard on myself, and I've been causing myself a lot of the pain, and I've been thinking like that God is upset with me. And so there's so much love and connection and healing available, not only in your relationship with God, but your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others. You don't have to live in dysfunction, or you don't have to be victim to dysfunctional patterns or dysfunctional relationships. And it's not always spiritual warfare that you're experiencing. Sometimes you just need discipleship. Actually, a lot of times, most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
It's just discipleship. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye.